What is going on with y'all YouTube? It's your boy Blue J Tay, and I am back again with another one, man. Y'all know the vibes. I'm blessed. I'm thankful to be here. And I really just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all today on why I feel like partying can wait. I feel like so many times we get caught up in this cycle of just trying to fill these voids, allowing the world itself to validate us in the lives that we live, or using partying and clubbing as an outlet in order to escape from our current realities. These are all things that we're going to have to deal with, whether it's right now or it's down the road. Because one thing that I know for sure, I haven't spent a single day partying where I really look back and realize that it genuinely benefited me. Each and every time that I've went out, each and every time that I chose to get dressed and go out, and I'm specifically talking about partying and clubbing. I'm not saying you can't go out and hang out with your friends. That's a different video for a different time. But if you're somebody that's not where you want to be and you're spending, all this time outside, clubbing, doing drugs, drinking alcohol and all these different things, you got to realize that something got to go. Because all you're going to do is get yourself into this sinkhole where you realize that, it's a lot harder to stop doing these things that you've been repeatedly doing this entire time. If it's not something that's adding value to your self-improvement journey, then you simply do not need to be doing it. Just take a quick second and just think about all the goals that you set out for yourself. Whether you want to be rich, whether you want to own 10 houses or whatever the case may be, if it is not helping you get to that point, then it's something that you do not need to be partaking in, especially if you are not there yet. So many of us get caught up in this cycle, like I said earlier, just trying to fill a void or getting validation because we don't realize that we're running from the lifestyles that we're building from ourselves. When you feel the need to go out every weekend, when you feel the need to do drugs or whatever the case may be, you're running from something. And the thing about this is because eventually it's going to catch up to you. You may have moments where you feel like you escaped or you feel high, but eventually and over time, you're going to come back down and you're going to be stuck with the result of the decisions that you were making. And this is when it all catches up to you. Because even recently, I've just been getting so distracted with going out and just being around friends that I kind of forgot, the purpose. I kind of forgot what I was building here. And sometimes you really do got to take a step back and realize that all that fun could wait. And the key to life is truly balance. I'm not saying that, you can't go out and enjoy yourself, but you just cannot reward yourself for bad behavior. If you're not doing the things that you need to do on a daily basis, there is no need for you to slack Monday through Friday and then go party, Friday through Sunday. You just can't live that type of life because eventually over time it's just going to catch up to you. Because partying itself to me is a sinkhole. The more comfortable that you get in these environments, the harder it is for you to stop doing it. The harder it is for you to walk away because these environments are validating your existence. I don't care what nobody says, you go party for a reason. Whether you go out to drink. When you're drinking, you're obviously intoxicated and you're running from something, right? But even me, somebody who doesn't drink alcohol or who doesn't smoke weed, my form of partying and the validation came from just socializing to people, going out and being somebody that can actually speak and get involved in certain crowds. That's what I liked, that's the feeling that I liked. And then I had to realize I'm going out spending all this time speaking to all these different random people, but the real life that I'm living, back home, even after all this partying, I'm not where I want to be. So why am I sitting here acting as if everything is okay if I'm not doing the things that I need to do on a daily basis? If you're somebody that's slacking heavy, if you're somebody that may even lack motivation, but you're still rewarding yourself, you got to put an end to it, man. You got to really learn and take a step back and realize that this is not going to help me get to the next level. This is not going to do anything for me, but really just have me running from all my real life problems. And then later down the road, I'm going to realize I wasted all that time partying and clubbing. I should have sacrificed some nights to stay in late to study. Or I should have sacrificed some late nights to go to the gym and get myself in better shape. But we don't really think about it until the problem exists. Because most of us simply like being comfortable. And as long as we're comfortable, we're not going to question it. But even at times where you're comfortable, I want you to just take a step back and question what's really going on around you. Question if you're in the right environment. Question if you're making the right decisions. Because a lot of us, without a doubt, can make some changes and we can make some adjustments. because nobody's perfect. But I myself learned to overcome this form of validation that I was going out and seeking by simply improving my real life, really learning that, I gotta work on me. I gotta work on all aspects of my life. You gotta really program yourself and train yourself to think that, you gotta want better for yourself. And partying just is not in that same category. Partying, like I said before, is a reward. And when you have building to do, there's just a time and a place for everything. So you just have to let certain things go. The other day I was watching this video on the habits that successful people have, and not one of those habits included partying. Not one of those habits said that they go out every weekend and they drink or they smoke weed and they just live that type of lifestyle. So to me personally, it just made me realize, like, man, I don't want to be that person that sacrifices my version of success because I want to be so involved in partying, or I want to be so involved in what everyone else has going on, where I'm not willing to sacrifice and spend some time building. You got to build something. When you put in enough work, when you put in enough time, there's going to be a time and a place where you party. But if you are not where you want to be and you're struggling to get by, you're not living the lifestyle that you want to live, there is no need for you to be partying. Grind for 2 months straight. Get in a routine of doing good things on a daily basis and develop these healthy habits, and realize, and you're going to see how quickly your life changed. Because I did it myself. I've allowed myself to adapt so many good habits that when I do fall off, it's very easy for me to snap out of it, because I quickly realize and I understand the consequences of staying in that specific mindset. You can't let this version of fun corrupt your mind to the point where it completely gets you off course and you don't know what direction to go in anymore, because that's what will happen. You'll get put around certain people in those environments that put stuff in your head, and now you're thinking differently about certain things. Now you want to go out more. Now you think it's cool to drink. Now you think it's cool to do pills or whatever the case may be. And you're not realizing that all of these things are just pulling you away from your purpose. All of these things are really just putting you in a mindset to get complacent. And eventually you're going to start to care less and less about actually making progress in life. And you're going to do more things that align with complacency rather than building your life up. You don't need the drugs. You don't need the alcohol. If you're a social drinker, then so be it. But do not be somebody who relies on these things so heavily that it gets you off course and you feel as if you need it. You never want to get to the point where you're relying on something you feel like you need it 100%. There always have to be some sort of balance, whether that's, with people or anything in life. You cannot be 100% relying on something aside from yourself. So really just put in the work, man, and take the time. Stop partying if you got to. Like I said, even if you are like a crazy party person, man, just learn balance. Learn to put in some work before you just go out and reward yourself. So that 4 hours, 5 hours that you may spend every weekend going out partying, that could be used productively. Micromanage your day. Focus on the small things, because they all amount to the bigger picture. And this is the only way that's going to help you get to that next level. But if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you so much. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Blue J Tay, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.